Making everyone happy and their dreams come true.
That's what we do. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
We are wish granters. Oh, let me start recording on my side.
Oh, yeah, you should do that.
This is Josh recording for What We Do in the Shadows, Season 2, Episode 2, Ghosts.
And go.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Be entertaining.
Go. It's a dance party.
I'm done.
In the haunted manor. Want to clap it in?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Woo! Ow! On fire tonight!
Ow! All right.
What's up, everybody? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We're here to talk some serious shit. We're going to talk about What We Do in the Shadows, Season 2, Episode 2. This episode is entitled Ghosts. So, if you haven't watched it yet, we're going to spoil the shit out of it. Go watch it. Now you're back. Boom, we can talk.
Oh my god, how great was that?
Such a good episode.
I fucking love this episode so much. It's so good.
Right? Like, ugh. I mean, I love this show. I can't say it often enough, apparently. Sorry if I'm boring you, super fans. What are you tuning in for?
Because we would hear you say that a million more times, Josh. Sorry.
Is there like a giant spring that you just struck? What was that crazy sound?
It's my microphone stand, and it went off because I hit the table, and it's attached to my table.
Oh, very technological. Technological.
Do you believe in ghosts, Joshua?
That's a complicated question because I feel like...
That means no.
I believe that there are lots of things that we cannot explain. However, I think that the ordinary explanations for ghosts don't add up. You either have a spirit who has unfinished business that's trapped in this world.
I learned that from this show.
Right, that's like the primary thing that they went with for this episode.
Yeah.
Or you have like a repeating loop.
It's more like energy instead of an actual soul that's lost or whatever.
Right. Anyway, maybe. Do you believe in ghosts?
Maybe.
Is that a yes or a no? Is that a maybe yes or maybe no?
I believe that there's no way to know everything, so maybe.
Yeah. I'm not completely settled on this.
I'm on the side of probably, but also
I mean, I don't understand where
science.
Consciousness comes from, and like if a life ends.
Oh, I've got a really good book for you for
disappear?
that, Josh. I've got a really good book for you for that. It's called the Bible.
Oh, nice. Wait, does it explain consciousness?
No. But it'll help you find your way to heaven after your consciousness leaves your body at death.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to go to hell, because I can't help you out if you're not going to read this fucking book, Josh.
What if I'm illiterate?
Hell. Sorry. That's the breaks.
Well,
Them's the breaks, Josh. Read or go to hell.
okay, so wait, if I understand correctly, there is a definite afterlife, and I will either go to a good one or a bad one, depending on whether or not I read a book.
That's right. You can either go to eternal joy and happiness, or you can go to eternal torture. Depends on if you want to read a book.
And ghosts are in a limbo space in our world. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
They still have the opportunity to read a book should they so choose.
Yeah. They were like in the middle of reading the Bible. Like they hadn't gotten all the way through. So that's their business that they hadn't finished, that they need to finish. Every single ghost, their soul needs to finish reading the Bible. That's why they're here.
I'm not sold.
Sorry, Josh. Just facts.
Maybe.
Anyway, Laszlo is writing letters, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's writing in his study.
He's in his study. And the library goes bananas.
His volumes are everywhere.
He accuses Guillermo of monkeying around with his precious volumes.
But then a drawer opens on its own, and Guillermo pulls out a scroll that says, Laszlo sucks, backwards.
Well, Laszlo doesn't suck, but if he did suck, he wouldn't do it backwards.
Obviously!
Nadia declares, we've got ghosts.
God damn it. And a drawer flies past them both. Credits.
So Nadia breaks it down for us. A ghost has unfinished business on this mortal plane. But Laszlo does not accept that because he is a man of science. And she's like, okay, Dr. Asshole, how does your science explain what we just saw? He's like, it's very simple. There's either a mercurial zephyr or a peat bog, and when you combine that with yellow biles from a plague victim, boom, ghost.
I mean, it's perfectly understood. Nandor's much the same. He thinks that ghosts are bullshit.
Yeah, he says they're fairy tales to make children sleep better.
And Guillermo's like, okay, so you guys are vampires and you don't believe in ghosts. I've met several Babadooks.
Don't exaggerate. You met one Babadook.
Several Babadooks.
He says it like Baba Booey, but like...
When I went to tag Babadook in the thing, nothing but Baba Booey came up as my options.
Well, I mean, if you had a Babadook on Staten Island, it would be a Baba Booey. 100%.
Obviously, come on.
Colin Robinson is like... Colin Robinson is like, maybe ghosts are stealing that one sock from the dryer. He's been experimenting with humor.
Uh-huh.
And then he asks us, hey, does anyone have some Updog?
Oh my God. The sheer joy in his face every time he says the word Updog brings such warmth to my heart.
Yeah, he knows that it's a tired old joke. And everyone knows what he wants and refuses to give it to him.
Oh, I don't think the vampires do. I think they're just ignoring him.
No, they clearly are like tuning him out. Like that question keeps coming up throughout the episode, and every single time they act as though no one has spoken. So Nadia is going to lead a seance. They start the ceremony, and Colin Robinson's like, sorry for my oily hands. It's from my rash cream. This is such a great Colin Robinson episode.
It really is.
So good.
So good. Yeah, go ahead.
She performs the ceremony, and there starts to be like some strange noises, and all of the dudes are like, did someone summon a breakfast burrito? Maybe it's a ghost with IBS.
Okay. Question.
Uh-huh.
This was a very fart joke heavy scene.
Yeah. And it's just the guys making those jokes, and
right.
Nadia storms off.
Hates it. I mean, come on, you guys. Whatever. They don't eat human food. I can't imagine that they ever have gas. What's up, you guys? Why is it that funny to you? Is it because it's humans that do it usually? What's up? Is it Guillermo? Are they all just making fun of Guillermo?
Oh, those are valid questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question. Good question.
So Nadia goes outside and she's sitting on the doorstep, and she's like, "Stupid boys! I hate those stupid boys." And lo and behold, the ghost of Jesk shows up.
Yes, her many times reincarnated lover Gregor, aka Jeff, aka Jesk. He is a headless ghost.
And they're chatting. Laszlo comes out and he's just talking to Nadia, and he's like, "So yeah, sorry that we were kind of dicks in there. Well, just it's fine." She's like, "You don't see Jesk right there?" He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking to yourself. It's fine. I'm gonna go back inside."
Goes inside very casually and then runs because he was pretending not to be able to see the ghost. He tells Nandor, and he's like, Nandor comes out, swords ablazing.
Yeah, running out, attacks Jesk, falls on the ground because obviously Jesk is not corporeal, and he's just covered head to toe in ectoplasm.
Yeah, do you know what ectoplasm is?
Tell me.
I mean, it's explored in like Ghostbusters. And ecto coolers and all that stuff.
I seeded a really good paper on it.
Yeah, the scientific labors of High C should not go unrecognized.
Thank you.
So back in Victorian times, when seances were like very much all the rage, and conducting them and trying to like pierce the veil, all these people, purporting to be mediums were charlatans.
Yeah.
And many of them, among other things, were like really good contortionists and so what you would have is a woman frequently yeah, I know.
Don't say it, Josh.
These are just historical facts.
I'm sorry, go ahead, continue.
So she would have like secret items.
Where would they be, Josh?
Secreted vaginally. And so she has that stuff hidden in her body, and so it's vaginal mucus that was claimed to be ectoplasm, proof that it had passed through the spirit realm into our world.
Josh, I've heard these stories of these charlatans many, many, many times.
I mean, part of Harry Houdini's life work was debunking these people.
Yep. Yeah.
To
like blood
the
oath.
Yeah, to like the great disappointment of his many close friends who deeply wanted to believe in them.
Yeah. And he was like, "No,
Charles
I get
Dickens
it."
among them.
He's like, "Yeah, I get it. I also want to believe in this, but these guys are assholes, and here's why."
Yeah.
But, I mean, I totally admire that. But I don't think I knew all this shit, but I still never considered it to be vaginal secretions, and I am grossed out now. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Science?
It's biology.
Which is a science, thank you.
Yes. Weird science.
Woo!
She blinded me with science.
Ectoplasm.
Yeah, so ectoplasm is actual that it's actually vaginally. Ectoplasm is actual. Ectoplasm.
Your mouth just doesn't want to say it. It's like,
really
fuck you,
doesn't.
Josh. No, I'm not going to do it.
Ectoplasm is actually vaginal mucus.
Okay, but I feel like there's times when it wasn't. Not back
maybe.
then. Not in seance baloney times, but also, I don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway,
Wait, are you saying that there used to be other items that would come from the ghost plane pre-Victorian era that had some residue on it?
I don't know, maybe, but I was talking
Maybe.
about like post-Victorian scammer times when there's like everywhere, everything I can think of, it's like scammers. So I don't know. Like there was ectoplasm on the wall in the Conjuring house and whatever. And
Well, I think part of it is that like this factoid gets lost in translation a lot of the time, and what gets perpetuated is the idea that there was some physical residue that was therefore proof that it had come from the spirit plane. So the truth of the matter gets lost, but this artifact remains, and then as a coin of authenticity, new scammers would have to have some sort of residue on their stuff or in the place where they're doing their scam.
you can just say jizz. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what it amounts to, but, like, I don't think... like, if
But
you were...
wait, what I-
here's the thing. If you're a scammer today and you're not just doing the old school tricks of having something secret on your body that you produce magically, or, I mean, like... You know, sometimes like people would half swallow like a key or something and cough it up, and that was like, you know, you just have like mucus.
Right. Yeah, for sure. But I was going to posit another theory, which is what if now ectoplasm is like a tulpa where it was bullshit before, but so many people believed in it, it's real.
What is a tulpa? I don't know that term.
A tulpa is like something, usually it's like a monster where people are like passing down these stories forever, but it's bullshit, but people believe them, and people believe them so hard that it becomes true, and the monster actually exists at some point. It's very scientific, Josh.
Oh, you're saying like they through force of rumor willed something into physical
Existence.
manifestation?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe in that.
What? Why? What are you talking about?
But but I believe that the medieval Rosicrucians came about in a similar-ish way, where like there were like basically everyone who could read was like they heard about this secret organization called the Rosicrucians that was made up, and they're like, have you heard about the Rosicrucians? I've heard about them. Have you heard about them? And they like accidentally turned into the Rosicrucians because it's like, yeah, I know all about them. Do you know? Yes, here's the secret handshake. And then they formed a secret society that had not existed.
I love that. I didn't know that that was a story of its existence, but that's fucking amazing. I love it.
Yeah, so ectoplasm, Rosicrucians, it's all
the same.
It's all the same.
It's all science.
It's all jizz.
True. Anyway, so we were talking about a show or something.
Right! So back to What We Do in the Shadows. Nandor jumped through Jesk. He's covered in ectoplasm. Gregor is just there to scare them. He transforms his head, and all of the guys run away in terror.
Yeah.
Except for Colin Robinson, who is polite.
Yeah. He's there because Jessica's there because he has unfinished business, and he wants help from Nadia.
Right. She is his unfinished business. And she's like, ugh, snooze alert.
Fair.
So
They do
then
another seance?
they're about to. So they having been scared by Jesk, they're
And
like, hold
believe
on a
you're-
second. Technically, we're all dead.
Do
Except for
we?
Colin Robinson, who doesn't know how he works, so he just keeps on trucking.
Adorable. So they're like, hey, let's see if we can do a seance for our ghosts.
Right, so they do a second ceremony, and they summon their own ghosts, because they must have unfinished business.
Dude, just the idea of this is so fucking genius, and I love it so fucking much. Thank you for this episode, everybody involved.
It's super, super fun.
Yeah. And they're there.
So, the very first to appear is Nandor's ghost, who only speaks in the ancient language of Alkenadares, which Nandor no longer understands.
Totally forgot.
Nadia's ghost is deeply disappointed in her, vampire Nadia, for not like doing cool stuff and accomplishing great things, and for just like putting up with those idiots that she lives with.
Yeah. And Jesk shows up and
he's like, I need attention.
and Ghost Nadia's like, he sucks, but super hot. We are very horny.
Yes. And then like Ghost Nadia and Vampire Nadia just have a great laugh and really enjoy each other's company.
I love it. It's so sweet. And Laszlo has a little convo with his ghost.
He's like, oh, you're very handsome. What a dapper vampire.
Exactly what you would expect from a Matt Berry ghost vampire conversation. I love it.
Endlessly complimenting himself / each other.
Yeah, so good.
So his unfinished business was he was just at the point of climax sexually
right
when his
he
life
died.
was taken.
Yeah.
And he can't whack off with ghost hands.
He needs human intervention.
Yeah, those meat paws of yours should do the trick.
He just wants full sexual release. Poor guy. We see Nandor trying to communicate with his ghost more. All he can remember is good morning, which I don't think that's what it means, but that's the only phrase he can say.
And then,
Yeah.
finally,
Yeah.
he understands that the ghost is there trying to communicate about his long-lost horse, Jahan.
That's right, John.
Jahan.
That's right, John.
Jahan.
That's right, John the horse. So they do a seance to produce John the horse.
But, okay, yes.
What? What did I miss?
We see Nadia and Ghost Nadia. Ghost Nadia is like, I'm just going to stick around for a while. And she puts on like a fun sombrero.
They're having a blast.
And
Why do they have that little sombrero anyway? Anyway.
Unclear, right? Like everything else in that house is like historically old and or super spooky and fun. But there's just a sombrero. Why not?
A novelty-sized sombrero.
So then she's like, okay, so why don't we just put my consciousness into a doll? And then lickety-split, it's done.
Yeah.
She's transformed into a doll.
We also find out that Nadia has been dead for 700 years.
Yeah, she's been kicking around for quite a while.
I would have never guessed it was that long. Love that detail.
Gregor appears and wants to tell her about his tales of woe. And she sends him away, but the doll's like, oh, he's so pathetic. I love it. Call me. Seriously, call me.
Then we do the horse seance for the horse John.
Jahan.
John, that's right, John.
Jahan.
That's right, John.
Jahan.
And that's right, John. And
Jahan.
That's right, John. And they're like, oh, I love this horse so much. He was my best friend. But now John and
I had
Igor-
to eat him.
Yeah, because they were
My
gonna
army
die.
and I were on the verge of starving, so we had to eat Jahan. And he was delicious.
But he misses him, and he's sad that he had to do that. But so, all right, so old Nandor ghost, he's going to leave with John the horse, and
It's
they're
that easy. They've been
That's
reunited. That's the unfinished business.
But now Vampire Nandor is very sad because now he misses John. So
Colin Robinson comes to comfort him, gives him a hug.
Mm-hmm.
He tries up dog again.
Do you need a little up dog? Can we get some now? Poor Nandor. He's so sad.
Nadia is showing the doll around. She comes in and Laszlo is alone, and there's just jizz everywhere from the Laszlo ghost. She's like, "Is that ectoplasm?" Yep.
Yep.
And yes, in fact, it is.
Because the room is covered, dripping from every surface. It's unescapable.
It's like someone took a fire hose of jizz to this room.
I love this episode so much. Then we go and Colin's...
There's another seance ceremony, but it's a private one.
We just Colin. He's on his own. And he resurrects, or whatever you do at seances, his grandmother. And it's so sweet. And she's so happy to see him.
and then he asks her, "Want some up, dog?"
What's up, dog?
I don't know. What's up with you?
Oh, Colin, that was a good one.
So tell me all about your life and everything that you've been up to.
I gotta go.
He's like, "Honestly, Grandma, I'm pretty busy right now," and blows out the candle and gets rid of her.
Finally, somebody took the bait.
He had to fucking raise a woman from the dead.
But now we know that he has a grandmother, which, how?
Unexplained. The mysteries of Colin Robinson are vast.
They're immensely vast. And you don't even know how vast they are because you haven't seen the most current season.
Well, maybe you have. I don't know. Why wouldn't they have?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. What?
What?
Josh, that was the episode, and
That's the whole fucking episode.
It seems so much shorter when we talk about it.
It flew by because it was so fucking fun and it was so good.
Very, compact. We weren't going anywhere, but it was all very, very entertaining.
Yeah, this is a great one. But, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today.
What? That's all?
Yeah, you guys. This is On Fire Tonight. We are Josh and Tressa, smoldering pirates of ill repute. We're here to entertain you. Thank you for joining us. Please come again.
That was so polite.